Welcome to Dependable Flame, where we explore vintage petrol lighters, ashtrays, tobacconiana, and other useful mechanisms. Make yourself at home.
Today we have a vintage Nimrod Commander pipe lighter. This is a flip-top petrol lighter as well as a slipcase lighter. And I guess technically speaking, also an insert style lighter. Some different nuances, but a really cool functioning lighter that if you are in need of a pipe lighter, this may be the one you should be looking for. This is, I believe, chrome plated brass. Brush finish along the front and the back, high polish on the spines, top and bottom. It is marked Nimrod, CINTI, Ohio, USA, patent 2432265. If my eyes are reading that correctly, if I can see that well enough to read it. Of course, most pipe lighters are going to be held sideways. And there we go. Take a few strikes there to strike up, and that is one reason why we are making this video. Just to see whether or not this wick is in good enough condition that we can use it, or whether or not we are going to need to replace that wick. Boy, that heated up pretty good. That's hot. The wick that is in this reminds me of some of the wicks in the Beatty jet lighters. It looks like a fiberglass wick. It also looks pretty dirty. That's what's got me thinking that we may need to replace that wick to get the optimal performance out of the lighter. There are some scuffs, scratches, dings, other wear. Not a perfect lighter for sure, but it is pretty straight. I don't see any major dents, just some minor wear, scuffs, and the kind of wear that you tend to get when somebody has carried an item like this in their pocket. The lid is similar in operation and fashion to the Windmaster Brown and Bigelow lighters. There is a spring that is holding that in place back here. And you can see the pin that spring is holding into place where it has been ground even with the lid there. See that on both sides if you look hard enough. I've had some confusion about whether this particular model is the Commander or the Admiral. From looking around on eBay a moment ago, I believe that this plain brushed chrome model is the Commander, and then it seemed like, anyway, the ones that are listed right now that were in the Admiral box were of the ribbed variety. I have thought in the past that there may have been a difference in size, and I do think that there is a smaller version. Maybe I've dreamed that up. You can see a little bit of a shallow depression right here. I guess you could call that a dent. That is what I would call use wear. That's some of that wear I'm talking about from being carried in a pocket. But all in all, the wear that the lighter has taken over time shouldn't have anything to do with the way that the lighter functions. So it lit up the first time there. It's always good. We're just going to light it up a few times here in this video and let that determine whether or not this lighter is dependable enough, reliable enough that we can list it and sell it, or whether there's still a little bit more work that needs to be done rounding this one into shape. If we need to replace the wick, seems to spark pretty well, so I don't think we're going to have any problems with the file wheel. Mainly whether or not that wick is contaminated with old carbon and soot to the point that it will not light reliably, or we could just benefit from a more structurally sound wick. I mentioned at the beginning that not only was this lighter a flip-top Petrol lighter, it is also a pipe lighter. It is also a slipcase lighter because, well, there's your slipcase. But I would also say that this is an insert style lighter because the insert without the case will work as a lighter on its own. I think that is basically how you would define an insert style lighter, is the fact that the entire mechanism is an insert that goes into just the case, but that all the parts that you need to make the lighter work are present in that insert. See, it is marked Nimrod, the patent number again 243-2265, CINTI, Ohio, USA. And I've owned a few of these, and this insert is in about as good a shape as any of them that I've owned. I believe the insert is made out of steel and sort of unfinished. It's not plated, or if it is plated, I don't think it's the same quality or even the same material. Maybe not chrome, maybe it's just nickel plated or something. You see, it's got a little bit of a rainbow spectrum kind of hue on that part of the insert. Definitely does not look the same as the chrome plated brass that the case is made out of. But it gave us a little bit of problems lighting there at the beginning. It lit just fine the last time we struck it up. Let's see what it does here this last time. It lights right up. I'll use this to light a bowl here and there and give you guys an update. If you see it show up over there at dependableflame.com/current eBay listings, then you'll know this is a reliable, dependable lighter. Until next time.